What if the most dangerous thing in Weatherfield right now isn't the person who attacked Sarah Platt, but the invisible war she's quietly losing inside herself? Because coming up on Coronation Street, one of the street's most resilient women is about to face a battle that no one saw coming. And it has nothing to do with fists or threats. It's about confidence, identity, and the crushing weight of pretending you're fine when you're anything but. And trust us, this storyline is one that fans are already calling one of the most emotionally raw arcs of the year. Welcome back to the channel. If you're a Coronation Street fan, you're going to want to stay with us for every second of this one, because what's unfolding for Sarah Platt over the coming weeks is both heartbreaking and completely compelling. The spoilers have just dropped, and the picture they paint is one of a woman utterly unraveling, and the people around her scrambling to hold the pieces together. So let's set the scene, because if you've missed a few episodes recently, here's what you need to know. Sarah Platt, played by the brilliant Tina O'Brien, has been a cornerstone of Coronation Street for over 2 decades. Sarah is the daughter of Gail Platt, sister to Nick and David, and over the years she survived teenage pregnancy, dangerous relationships, and more drama than most people could handle in a lifetime. She's grown from the troubled teenager of the early 2000s into a sharp, driven businesswoman at Underworld, the factory on the cobbles. Sarah is proud, capable, and fiercely independent, which is precisely why what's coming next is so devastating. Because in recent weeks, Sarah was the victim of a violent attack. And what makes it even more chilling is the cruel twist lurking beneath the surface. While the street initially assumed she'd been targeted by the dangerous men connected to Jodie Ramsey's storyline, viewers know the shocking truth. It was actually Jodie herself who struck Sarah over the head and left her to be discovered by Shona and David. A deliberate, calculated act of violence from someone Sarah had no reason to fully suspect. That kind of betrayal doesn't just leave a physical mark. It leaves something far deeper, far harder to treat. And that's exactly where we find Sarah now. Spoilers for the week of the 18th of May reveal that when Sarah returns to work at Underworld, something is visibly, painfully wrong. She's not herself. The confidence that has long defined her at that factory floor has drained away. She's second-guessing herself, making mistakes she would never normally make, and seemingly struggling to hold it all together beneath the surface. It's the kind of quiet deterioration that's easy to miss if you're not looking. But the people who know Sarah best are absolutely looking. It's Fizz who first raises the alarm. Sharp-eyed and genuinely concerned, Fizz goes to Carla and flags what she's noticed. That since the attack, Sarah seems to have lost her confidence in herself. It's a small moment, but it speaks volumes. Because when your colleagues are whispering to the boss that something isn't right, the situation has already gone further than anyone may have admitted out loud. Carla, who knows Sarah as well as almost anyone on the street, acts quickly. She suggests that Michael could step in to take some of Sarah's workload off her plate, a practical, sensible solution offered with the best of intentions. But Sarah doesn't see it that way, not even close. As a proud businesswoman who has fought hard to earn her place and her authority at Underworld, the very suggestion that she needs someone to carry her weight is like a red flag to a bull. She rejects the idea, and tensions immediately begin to build. But here's where things spiral. According to a source close to the show, things go from bad to worse when Sarah makes a slip-up while processing an order. Michael, trying to be supportive and loyal, steps into cover for her, taking the blame to protect her from the fallout. It's a kind gesture, genuinely well-meaning. But rather than feeling supported, Sarah snaps. She loses her temper, and suddenly what was a private struggle becomes very public, very fast. Things come to a real head inside the factory, and it forces Carla to accept that something more serious needs to happen. Later, Carla sits Sarah down and delivers two pieces of news that clearly sting. First, she's putting Michael in charge of Underworld's new contract, a direct professional blow to Sarah's status and sense of ownership. And second, she reiterates her order for Sarah to take time away from work entirely. It's a decision made out of care, not cruelty, but that doesn't make it any easier to swallow. And in a moment that tells you everything you need to know about where Sarah's head is right now. She doesn't respond by going home to rest. She ends up in the Rovers, drinking alone, drowning her sorrows in a way that quietly signals just how lost she really feels. A source close to the show put it perfectly. Carla knows Sarah well enough to know she's not in a good place. She's insisting on this break from Underworld for Sarah's own good. But the question hanging in the air, and it's a question fans are passionately debating online right now, is whether being forced away from work is really what Sarah needs, or whether it will make things worse. For a woman whose professional identity is so deeply tied to her sense of self, stripping that away, even temporarily, could be more damaging than helpful. And that's the conversation that's lighting up social media and soap forums at the moment. Fans of the show are rallying hard around this storyline, praising Tina O'Brien's portrayal of Sarah's quiet unraveling as some of her finest work in years. Many viewers are pointing out that the storyline feels genuinely real, that this is exactly how trauma after an attack can manifest. Not always in tears or breakdowns, but in eroded confidence, snapped tempers, and desperate attempts to hold on to normality until the whole thing collapses. There's also the unresolved question of justice, and whether Sarah will ever learn the full truth about who really attacked her. Right now, Jody remains the hidden culprit, and with Jody's own storyline becoming increasingly complicated, including Daniel discovering she lied to him about his son Bertie, the walls may be slowly closing in. If and when Sarah finds out it was Jody who hurt her, the fallout could be truly explosive. The betrayal alone would be enough to shatter her further, but it could also be the catalyst that finally forces her to face everything she's been suppressing. Looking ahead, this storyline has all the ingredients of a long-running emotional arc with serious depth. Tina O'Brien is more than capable of carrying the weight of it, and the writers seem committed to exploring the realistic psychological impact of violence on a strong, proud woman who doesn't know how to ask for help. The combination of professional pressure, personal trauma, and the unresolved secrets surrounding Jody's guilt makes this one of the most layered stories Coronation Street has told in some time. So to sum it all up, Sarah Platt is struggling, and she's struggling in the way that's hardest to see and hardest to admit. Her confidence has been shaken, her work is suffering, and the people around her are trying to help in ways she can't yet accept. With a secret still buried, a forced leave of absence looming, and an emotional reckoning almost certainly on the way, the coming weeks on Coronation Street promise to be utterly unmissable for Sarah fans. We would absolutely love to hear what you think about all of this. Do you think Carla is doing the right thing by making Sarah step back? Do you believe Sarah will eventually find out the truth about Jody? And how do you think Tina O'Brien has been handling this incredibly emotional material? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, Hit that subscribe button so you never miss our latest Coronation Street updates. We'll see you in the next one.